I want to welcome you to the first video in 2021. But first, some fireworks to celebrate the new year. Anyway, welcome to a new episode of SpiritCraft, and this is episode 14, and also we got massive things planned for today. Most obviously the town hall you saw in the thumbnail, that will be going around here, here-ish, but that will be one of the biggest projects I have undertaken. So, we're doing that later in the episode. Now, before we start anything in this episode, I'm going to ask you guys, if you want to, check out the links below for my social medias, Patreon and Twitch, those kind of things, and go follow me on those platforms. But I will be streaming about a day after this video goes live on Twitch and here on YouTube. We're going to be streaming, I think, the 5th day of a mod playthrough. And the first project of this episode will actually be here in the base, or at least very close to the base. And that is the Guardian Farm. I think we made this 8 episodes ago, I think. Yeah, it looks really mean. But then we go inside and, well, you can see it doesn't look very good. Someone else actually did this for me. I don't know why. But yeah, it doesn't look very good just because it's not furnished at all. So what I will want to do next this episode is actually make this interior very, very nice. So what we need to do is gather the materials for this interior. So I think I've just about got enough materials for this interior, and as you can see, it's going to look cool. So what we need to do first is excavate this place to make it a hole. And a massive hole has been dug out for this interior for our Guardian Farm. So what I think we should do now is start building the interior. And so we have constructed this middle island here, where, you have your water elevator going up and then the drop going down. And we have waterlogged quartz slabs here and, yeah, smooth quartz around it. But also I said island because, well, there'd be like underwater aquarium under your feet when you walk. And so now we have these two little islands either side of this one. And as you can see, it looks pretty cool. So right here we have finished building up all the islands, and as you can see we have these little bits of cyan terracotta, which are actually going to be like stilts for something, but also everywhere that is not quartz on the ground at the moment will actually be a stained glass with water into like an aquarium at the bottom here, and that is going to look awesome. And now we have completed the cyan terracotta pillars, which have end rods at the top, and I think they look really cool. They add immersion, and I think they actually draw your eye. If you stand like back here, they draw your eye all the way to the killing station, and I think that's actually a good design thing. Anyway, it does look very cool. And I just realized that once I get the glass roof in, because there is going to be a glass roof which you can look out, those end rods will go and be washed away from the water, so I'd have to put them back in. Anyway, but I just revamped the killing station that we have here, and first off, when you go over this pressure plate, see, it does stuff. So this is when it's closed and no guardians are getting stuck there, so you can't kill them, they just die from full damage. And these stop any guardians hitting you, and then you walk over this, and the pistons extend these so the thorns from the guardians won't knock you back, and that also flips up so you can kill them. Anyway, I think it is time to do the roof. And so this glass roof is in place, and as you can see, it looks really cool. I'll probably put like seagrass, things like that on the top there. And yeah, it looks really cool. We can see lots of guardians. I think that's all round awesome. So in these two spots here at the front, I want to actually put beacons in here for like regeneration and strength and resistance and those things, so we can actually have better experience with killing the guardians. But next we do the floor. So the floor has been made, but it's just a sand floor at the moment with a bit of little divots, and this is going to be our starting slate for this like underwater beach aquarium thingy. And now we have finished the walls for this little underwater thing. So yeah, this looks cool. And now we do things like coral, sea pickles, seagrass, things like that. and I'll see you when we're done. And we have made this awesome like water feature right here with lots of coral, lots of seagrass, lots of sea pickles, all these kind of things. And now there's only one thing or two things left to do for this floor, which is A, put the cyan glass on top, and B, well, actually, let's swap those orders, but B, put the fish in, and that'll make it become a lot more alive, even though it's still super alive, so let's do that. And the fish are in, but we don't want to swim it, because there's a few puffer fishes in there. Anyway, time for the glass to really sell this effect. And so the floor has been completed, and now it gives you the full view of, like, the whole aquarium, and I probably went overboard. Way too overkill on all the things I put in here, but anyway, it's really cool. Now it's time, I think, to do like a little decoration on the walls and on the roof, so I'm going to do all that right now, and let's get on with it. So this place has been completed, and I think it looks awesome. So what we have in here on the corners, we have like a slanting down ornament thing on each and every corner. And as you can see, it looks really cool. And then in the back here, well, actually on every side, we have this awesome texture of these different items. So the dark prismarine, the prismarine bricks, the stripped warped Kyou, whatever, the sea lanterns, and warped planks. So I've never used that kind of combination before, but this does look awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about this Guardian farm, but I think it looks awesome. How about you guys? I love this place. But the only thing left to do will be to actually make an item sorter for the things we get from these. So things like the prismarine shards and etc. So the next thing we'll do in this episode is make the town hall, and I am super excited for that. And this is where we're going to make it here, around here. I'll have to lay out honey blocks for a rough estimate of what it's going to be, and this is going to be the longest time I've ever spent on a single build. It's kind of funny. That's going to be awesome, and I might get some people on the server to help out with building it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll probably lay out with honey blocks, maybe 20 blocks up in the sky, just so I can terrain this as like a hill up to the town hall, because I think town halls are meant to be like the prominent piece, where they're like on top of a hill, looking over the whole city, or whatever we have here. But yes, I think we'll build it up further up on the ground so we can terraform it. Oh, look at that. We got a wolf chasing these skeletons. Anyway, I think it is time for us to get going on this town hall. So let's get cracking. And now this monstrous and exciting project has come to an end. And let me tell you, it was monstrous. And believe me, this did take a long time. It did actually take 7 hours for me to build. Yes, I did actually build it by myself. And yes, it looks insane. Oh, we got a visitor. Except, funny thing, I was afraid to showing my testing world when I was designing some contraptions for the nether hub thingy. And whew, I'm happy now that we've built it. But at the moment, I mean, it's very bare. Look on the inside. I'll show you on the inside. There's nothing here on the inside for the interior, and I'm not sure if I want to do the interior, because I might get the person who wins the election to the interior or so. But this also shows you how spawnable this place is. It's super spawnable. And mobs disposed of, well, whew, that was hard. Not really, but you know. We have disposed the mobs, and look how many arrows I got on me. Okay, a bit overkill. Anyway, I want to talk about some of these design aspects I've got on this whole... Oh, look. I wonder if you can see that. For me, I can see some tearing. Whatever. But I want to go over some of these building aspects we got in here. So, well, the only thing I'm not that sure about in this whole build is the clock tower. I'm just not sure if it's right, if it's really good or not. I'm not sure, it just doesn't feel completely right. But first things first, the most obvious thing is that it's floating off the ground. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, I did that so I can terrain the edge of it. I might do like a small cliff thing over here. So we have going from like this, and then we maybe go below or something and make a cool small cliff. But as you can see, I have no lighting on the top here, on the top of the roof, below here, or on the floor. And so you can see we got these little sections of 5 wide stuff. So we got the foundation, which I think, oh, look at that, that's cool. But I think these foundations turned out really well. There's the combination of blocks, and then, why do I keep falling off? I use so many rockets in this. And then we got like the iron bars and leaves just to simulate like a plant thingy, like where you put your plants. Then we got a window that kind of defies it the opposite way. Anyway, and then we got 2 nearly identical except from the bottom, except from the foundation. There's not really a foundation, except in the top one. It's different because it's extruded 1 block out and it's got no leaves and stuff, so you know, it's different to the rest, and that adds more detail. Anyway, the next thing I want to tackle is this big glass roof and the things around it. And I think this glass roof turned out really well. It's on both sides here. And it really did turn out well, I think, because it gives a lot of light into there. And in the testing models in my test world, every single window as such was blocked by black concrete. And I just don't think that worked well, so, well, no black concrete for that. It also meant that the floor was really dark, so, you know. Anyway, the next thing is these anvils right here. Look how many anvils we have. That's a whole stack of anvils right there. And they added a lot of detail, especially being the color they are, the metallic gray they have. I think it really, really works. Except that does cost a lot of iron to make a stack of these, I have to say. And last thing probably is, as you can see here, we got a few blocks of leeway here to build a second wall, if you must say. A second wall for these, so you can have a more decorative wall, I guess, and make it easier, because otherwise, instead of being brick, you can make it with all sorts of different blocks to make it really decorative. But I think for the interior, what we should do is make it so the person who gets elected, hire people, do it themselves, can do that and build the interior. But also what I think might happen is just I build it as well. Anyway, the election will be next episode, so we're going to have fun electing who's going to be the mayor for this server. Well, for this shopping district, I guess. But also, just for a bit of information, I don't think I will be entering into this election. Just so other people can have more chance. Anyway, I think the last thing we need to do for this town hall project on this episode is get rid of these honey blocks, so let's just get doing that. Anyway, the honey blocks have been removed, and yeah, that is cool. So what we're going to do, this episode, we're not going to really do much else. We're going to be talking. Anyway, what we're going to do in later episodes is not focusing on the town hall, but over here we'll finish this whole entire area for this castle and do, well, maybe a few episodes, because this took 4 hours to do, something like that, and it's a very small portion. But we're here at the dye farm to, well, say there's actually, in the next episode, we're going to build another mega thing, except this time at this dye farm. Except this time it won't actually be a new dye farm. It will be the thing housing all the dyes and all the stuff. So it'll be like a storage of sorts, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be massive. That's why I said mega, because if you want to store every colored thing, which is there's 8 types of things, that's equal, well, 132 items approximately, because 8 times 16 is 128 plus 3, well, yeah, that's 131, and that means there is a lot of items to store in a colored building, all the different types of colors. So yeah, it will be a massive building, because if you want to do 16 per floor, that's a lot of floors. But in my case, I'll do it 32 per floor. But you'll see that in the next episode, so look out for that. Anyway, don't worry about this project. I just couldn't work on it today because, I did this massive mansion, the massive town hall instead, which took 7 hours, so you know, I'm not doing that. Anyway, this town hall is one of the biggest projects that I've worked on. Well, it's the biggest in time in one session, so, I mean, not one session, but, you know, close to. And this project was split over 1.5 days, which is 7 hours and 1.5 days. That's incredible. Except, yeah, it is not the biggest project I've worked on. Just to say that my dye farms, maybe not, but definitely my mega base, it's definitely got more accumulative. The most hours worked on it overall, but this one is basically in a very short amount of time, a lot has gone up. So in that sense, it's the biggest project I've worked on. Anyway, that's, I think, all for today. I want to say thank you guys for watching, especially this far. There'll probably be like one person that gets here. But a day after this video goes out, I'll be streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. So I'll be streaming a mod pack that I'm quite far through. Well, quite meaning like at most a 5th. But yeah, I'll be streaming that mod pack, and if you guys want to do that, then go watch me on Twitch or YouTube when I go live. But I will suggest you check out my other social medias linked below. And as you people right here that are here, you guys are the dedicated people. So, I mean, if you really want to, you shouldn't force this upon yourself. Yeah, don't feel obligated, but if you want to help support and give some stuff back to the community, you know, back to me as well, because I make these videos for free for you guys. So if you do want to support me, I would suggest you check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description as well. But anyway, next episode is going to be an insane episode. But I lastly want to show you guys the Guardian farm, or the interior, because I did a tiny bit of work, i.e. put in all the chests. But anyway, I think it looks really cool in here. Oh, it feels like a long time since I started this project, just because why do I keep calling the mansion? I was about to say the mansion, but the town hall, I guess it is a mansion. The town hall took so long that I just kind of forgot about this place. But I have actually made item filters, so that one's for the blocks, so the prismarine bricks, the dark prismarine, and the sea lanterns, and then over here we have the drops. So this one, yeah, we got quite a few of all these, so that's cool. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Please, if you liked this video, please like this video. If you loved this video, you know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next episode, which will be Omega, by the way, because we're going to build so many things and even have elections. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.